Well, it looks like SoFi is surviving the day after the Muddy Waters research report. You guys can see we're actually up on the day, 1.5%, as the entire stock market, believe it or not, is down. Cheers to that. I appreciate you all for tuning in as always. As again, every index is down. The S&P is down. Let's see, zero point 0.6. Q's 0.5% down, the Russell 1% down, as the Dow's down about 1% as well, and SoFi's now in the mid 17s. And SoFi's management actually responded to that short report yesterday. So we're going to cover that in this video, break down the charts, what I'm looking to do. Am I buying? Am I selling? Am I shorting the stock now, guys? So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join the Patreon for my portfolio updates, and my private Discord linked down below. And with that being said, cheers again. Let's dive into it. So again, it looks like SoFi is surviving the day after that short report came out. And you guys know the nasty business that the stock market is, right? With these short sellers that publish their reports while they're short the stock, right? And they disclose that early in that, or in the first page or the second of that report, they disclosed it. You guys know the nasty, dirty industry that is the stock market, right? It is what it is. They come out, they short these stocks, and they publish these reports, right? And then most likely they cover their short the second we get that big drop in the stock, if we get it, and in this case, SoFi got it, and that is how they make money. You know, that report came out literally at 2 p.m. East Coast time, and no joke, SoFi tanked pretty quickly there, down to about 1670. Then it got a rebound to about 1730. Then it bled out again for another 20-30 minutes. So essentially, guys, they had 30 minutes to cover their short, and I guarantee you they did. Do I know if they did? No, I don't know. I mean, does anybody know? I mean, we have to, I guess, wait for that information, or maybe it's out and I haven't seen it yet, but I guarantee you they covered right there. That's how this business works. You've seen it with Hindenburg. You've seen it with all these other short seller firms, whatever you want to call them, research companies. So it's how it goes. It's how the cookie crumbles, you know? And let me show you now, before we dive into the charts, all that stuff, let me show you what SoFi, or how SoFi responded to this short report from Muddy Waters. What do you guys think about it? Do you guys think Muddy Waters has covered their position by now? Probably they have, unless they truly, genuinely believe SoFi is going to go much lower. They actually think they're Enron-esque, you know. Who knows, though? But this is what SoFi said. We can see this came out yesterday, so I made 2 SoFi videos yesterday. Probably should have covered this yesterday, but we're talking about it now. The claims made in the Muddy Waters report, we can see right here, demonstrate a fundamental lack of understanding of our financial statements and business, says SoFi, right? They said, we intend to explore potential legal action against Muddy Waters for the factually inaccurate and misleading report they shared about our business today. And guys, I don't understand being a short seller. You know, it's, what kind of life is that? You're trying to nitpick all these businesses, trying to figure out if there's, shady business going on. And a lot of the time you're just flat out wrong, and you then have to go against the grain, publish these reports. Everybody's bashing you. You make a little money on that $1 drop SoFi saw, but it's like, what kind of life is that? It's like you have to be a pessimistic, always looking at the negative, which I get it. People make money, a living shorting stocks, but it's like, I couldn't live like that. That's just a terrible life, in my opinion, a terrible career. Maybe not a life, but it's like, I'd much rather look at the bright side, look at the positives, right? Go long stocks, find companies that are innovative, that are doing well, that are, advancing the future. But on the flip side, hey, you got the short sellers always looking for the opposite of that, the bad, the negative. What could go wrong? What is going wrong? And sometimes they're wrong. And in this case, I think they are with SoFi. And again, SoFi's looking to explore potential legal action against Muddy Waters, which I don't know. I mean, how that is going to go. It's that's probably going to be a drawn out process there. But Muddy Waters, for those that don't know, is known for producing reports designed to erode shareholder value solely to allow short sellers to profit from a declined stock price, says SoFi. In fact, their report discloses their intent to begin covering a substantial majority, possibly all, of their short positions immediately upon publication. I mean, guys, they said it. It's right there. And therefore, they stand to profit from their own misleading report. Now, I'm sure this is going to go down in court. How is it going to play out? Did they disclose it correctly? Are these statements they made intentionally misleading, or is there are these statements based on facts? Can they go deeper and find the actual real number? There's a lot going on here. A lot's going to go on here in discovery and litigation, all that, which I'm not an expert in by any means, nor do I care to be, quite frankly. But, it's the reality is, man, it's a dirty business. Like we said in the intro, they published this report and they're probably out of their short position. They covered it. They said it right here, right? And we can see SoFi said, we have reviewed the full report and believe it is designed to deceive investors, and SoFi maintains strong confidence in the integrity of our financial reporting. And we are a highly regulated public company with financial statements and extensive disclosures prepared in conformity with U.S. GAAP and the rules and regulations of the SEC, right? And additionally, we're a bank holding company regulated by the Federal Reserve and operate a bank that is regulated by the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, among other regulators. So it's not like SoFi is this OTC $50 million company, small company. This is a massive company that's highly regulated, and they're under a microscope. The scrutiny they face being a regulated, highly regulated big company that is, everything is ran through with a fine tooth comb, whatever the heck that saying is. I doubt there is financial fraud here, misrepresentation. I just doubt it. Now, if this was again, $100 million company, much smaller company, kind of flying under the radar, sure, the risk of there being financial fraud is a lot higher. But the fact that SoFi is an established business at this point, yeah, they're still growing. They're not a mature business by any means, but the fact that they're scrutinized, regulated by all these massive agencies, whatever you want to call them, right? It's like, come on. Don't you think they would have gotten popped by now? They would have gotten caught by now, or things would have gotten or have come out by now. I mean, it's just, again, it goes back to the dirty business. That is the stock market. And you're seeing that, you see that in many, from many different angles in the market. There's a lot of crap going on, not just with short sellers, but with the hedge funds, the big boys, right? You name it. The games they play are, yeah, they're dirty games. So SoFi, I guarantee you, they covered. They said it in the publication. And the reality is, man, they're probably working on their next short report. And I don't know how often Muddy Waters drops one of these short reports. It could be, once a month or once a quarter. I don't know. It's probably not once a week or anything like that. It's not too often, I'm assuming, because then they wouldn't hit as hard, or they wouldn't garner much attention. It's like, oh, okay, another Muddy Waters report. But Yeah, this one got like 1 million impressions on X, right? So when's the next one? What company's next, right? So it's like, man, what a day, what a day, what a 24, 48 hour span it's been for SoFi. And the reality is, guys, we're up on the day. The market's down overall, and SoFi is not really breaking out by any means, but the facts are right now that Noto bought more shares after buying $1 million worth like 2 weeks ago. So the CEO is buying, and the fact that he bought more, like a $500,000, $600,000 worth yesterday after this short report, that's a good sign. That should give investors confidence that not only is the short report BS, the CEO's buying, but like I've said before, it could also mean we're nearing a bottom, potentially. And the more you pull the layers back on SoFi, the more you realize, okay, the max chart looks pretty good, very good at that. The 3-year chart looks good. It's only a matter of time before we recover. I mean, look at this. Look at this 3-year chart, guys. Even if we got down to $12, $13, which I don't think we will, I'm sure Muddy Waters wants it to get down there. But even if we got down there, we would still be maintaining an uptrend. That would still be a higher low if we held it at $12, $13, considering the last higher low, distinct one at least, was back March of last year at $8, $9. So guys, I mean, year over year, we're still up 100% on the stock. And again, even if it got down to $12, $13, the chart would still look very good. So in other words, man, I think SoFi is nearing a bottom. I still think it could slip to $15, maybe $16 again. But, you know, the fact that Noto's buying, the fact that we're up on a day like today, stocks are down after we got that short report, these are pretty good signs, indicators that, you know, we might not be at the actual bottom, but god dang it, guys, we're getting close. We're getting close. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. We're about 12 minutes in. No need to ramble on even more. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you guys want to see more content. We're on the road to 100,000 subs here on YouTube. I appreciate all of you for tuning in as always. And if you want to work more one-on-one with me, see how I invest my money, $750 per week in the Patreon portfolio. It's all on Patreon. I show you guys how I'm buying stocks, trades I'm making, investments, how I'm actually creating income within my portfolio by selling options. And there's a private Discord, all for what, $10 a month, $20 a month, depending on the tier you pick. All of that is linked down below on Patreon, pinned in the comments, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.